game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense comes onto the field first today. He'll start this drive firing. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Caught in the backfield, it's Buck. Oh, what a caught! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Off play action on first down. Pulls it in, it's Buck. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
To the air on second down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that is what every single defense wants, man. They got to get those negative plays so you can put them in predictable situations. They gave up some yardage, but that's okay. Getting the sack, now forcing the 3rd and long, gear up the pass rushers, bring in some extra DBs, and try to go get them again.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. They put on the heat and they blocked it. The Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating...
Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got fourth and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
That stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. Punt is on its way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks into the open. The 20, the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The lone back's got it, finding open areas. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Penny. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Buck. And he used that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards.
really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Wants to throw on third. Grab near the marker. It's Maryland. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Buck. They make the stop, but the sweet corn catch is plenty to give them a first down. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the ground, it's Petty. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. They'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's going to fire deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Ward. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Gonna let it fly. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Kentucky will be forced to punt.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on their scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Petty. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you can tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
The Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They're setting up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Quarterback extends the play. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Rolls it in. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. NC State delivered the knockout blow early in this one En route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Raleigh. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Here comes the offense on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Proctor. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Buck. Man, you got to get Hatch around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. The Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a return that one was. 95 yards. He took it back for 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Off the boot, looking for his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up. This time they'll go to the running game. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Burden.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Motion from the back. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A strike downfield. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And that's a nice job by this kicker bouncing back. Last field goal gets blocked. Don't worry about it. Get that thing up in the air. Long field goals sometimes are low, but he drives the ball way up in the air and drives it through the uprights.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic. Nice. A good return. That one before he's brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, Dave.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
He's got it on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right. Makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Needing to move the chains, here comes Kentucky on 4th. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting a tackle for the loss.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. UTSA delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in San Antonio. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Guys, this offense is already multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Ward. Got his man at the 45 on his way. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy.
Turning it on. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Makes the catch. It's Buck. Spin, still running. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. From the gun to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a little space. Breaks the tackle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. The give as they work on that clock. Breaks into the open. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Give to the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Wildcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to